Ugh. I have to turn this way. Sorry, they're making me. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I was going to shoot landscape, as was JB's suggestion. But they didn't let me this time. It was probably my fault. How will this experience go if no one shows up? How would it go for me if no one showed up? Oh shit, there are birds. How would it go? How would it go if no one showed up? You know, I think when we, like those of us who are secluded, I think some of us are having that moment of reckoning when we're realizing I have the friends that I have. There's no way for me to meet new people. And none of us can really support each other in the same way anymore, unless that involves video chatting and drinking. What do you guys normally do? Oh, this is where I live, by the way. What do you guys normally do when you hang out with friends? Like, are you able to be social now? Hi, Furio. I'm wishing that I could feel like a social butterfly through these times, but I've found that I'm actually more of a social cockroach. Just come out of the shadows and you least expecting. Did you know that cockroaches lick everything? Did you know that? I've been thinking a lot, since I haven't had any humans to observe recently, except online, which has been kind of tricky. I've taken to observing insects, and I've noticed that cockroaches are the greediest. I think that's why I don't like them. Some people like cockroaches don't like cockroaches because they scare you. Or sometimes some people don't like cockroaches because they have 6 legs, you know? Those people are ableists. Anyway, but the reason I don't like cockroaches is because they're really greedy and they lick everything. And I guess I don't like them for that because that's what I do. And I want to be the only one. Hi, Klaus. So here are the 2 people who are currently watching this. Furio is an Italian living in Austin who does crazy, like electronics? Not like AI, but like automation stuff. Right? Is that right, Furio? Hi. Hi, neighbor. Trying not to go crazy. As I was saying yesterday, I am already scared of physical humans. Didn't take long for me. They just look like meat sacks to me. It's like, what do you think, guys? Are we our physical bodies, or are we our contribution to the whole of society? Yeah. Maybe we're not. This isn't going to be a philosophical time, guys. Okay, Klaus, what are you doing these days, bro? You may remember Klaus and I worked together in a call center during the 2 weeks of my life when I decided I was going to run for president. And that paycheck for $1,900 was the only paycheck I made this year. Oh my God, life has been so freaking fun. I am glad we have the internet, but I realize that we as a humanity right now at this point in time, we're on the front end of a very slow climb out of this, guys. We are going to have to pull ourselves to the future because we're having our appendages cut off pretty quickly. I don't know. That's just the way I feel. How do you feel? Klaus, please tell me there aren't any cockroaches in the house. Oh, no. No, sorry. I know. People don't like talking about cockroaches. I can see why. They're a prescient omen of the direction your life would continue moving in if you saw one and didn't take care of it. But I once had a really traumatizing experience with a cockroach, and one really good experience with a cockroach. And I'm still trying to figure out which way to go on the argument. I don't know. That's an important one for me. What are you guys arguing about recently? Is it whether cockroaches are friends or foe? No, I once captured a cockroach and made it my illicit pet. I probably shouldn't tell people this. It was when I had a job. I kept a cockroach alive in a drawer of a bureau along with a friend of mine. I wasn't operating alone, okay? There was a group mind involved. It was an important experience. Hi, Laura. How are you? What's your day been like? We are on our daily walk. We are walking around the reservoir that, thank God, is in walking distance of my house. It's the only good thing about my life right now. There's a lot of good things, but it's very weird to be this removed from society. I am such an urban person, and here I am in the middle of rural Ohio, where it's still just about 29 degrees. Oh. I've been punishing myself when I don't read the weather before I go outside. Whatever the weather feels like when I step out, I have to stay the way I'm dressed. I make myself, if I was under the weather or didn't know I'd be getting rained on, I still do my walk. And it's like me telling the universe I'm sorry for being so aloof. Yeah, we're about to walk around a reservoir. We're actually walking through a nature preserve right now. Look-y nature preserves are fun. Do you guys have good nature in walking distance of where you are now? Can you, if you wanted to go out and do some fresh air exploring of the wonders of the web of life from which humans unfortunately removed ourselves with industrialization? Can you do that if you want? Because I don't know, guys, I'm getting a little post-industrial up in this piece, and it's an interesting blend. I'm enjoying nature a lot, but for different reasons than usual. Klaus, it's about 63 degrees here. Oh, Klaus, you hush, boy. This guy, Klaus, is in Eugene. Oh, someone put down new rocks. Thank you, essential worker. Yes. Someone just put down new rocks. It was swampy there. Yes. Yes, infrastructure. Yes, people having jobs making the physical world a better place for us and our neighbors. Wouldn't that be nice? Woo! Woo! Dang, it is still really cold here. Hi, Alex. Alex, how are you? Alex, you just missed Furio. Alex, are you in Austin right now? Are you overseas right now, Alex? Whew. Do you guys know anyone who's gotten trapped somewhere they didn't want to be? I thought a few weeks ago I made the prophecy that eventually all our lives would start getting shittier. Has your life gotten worse, or have you guys been maintaining? Oh, thank you for the compliment about my hat. I actually got it from Haight Ashbury, and I've always joked that I got it from a thrift store years back, but I always told myself that it had touched the hands of Janis Joplin. I think my pop culture tastes are a little bit too archaic, I've got to say. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm like a classic rock girl at heart. Yeah. I don't know if there's a space for us anymore. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. My hand is freezing. I decided that I was going to bring my coffee today. Because I was told at one point when I was first recording these that the only fun thing to watch during this entire video is whether or not my coffee spills. But you know what? It's time that we start lowering our standards for media consumption, because only then will we actually start to reconnect with humans again, you know? Like, this is an unprecedented time in society where we are all watching all of Netflix. And I think that once we run out of existing content, the people who we did think were cool and worthy of our attention on the silver screen, maybe not so cool anymore. I don't know, guys. Do you think maybe we're like through with CSI? Because the scariest thing we can think of actually isn't getting murdered by a black person. Yeah, sorry, we're not going to get racial here. But I'm just saying, it's really old hat, and I was getting sick of it before this all happened. I would rather watch content being made by my friends and learning about the people that are around me. Yeah. It's important to go natural. Hi, Dan. Dan, are you still in here? If Dan's in here, he might be the only person in here right now. Dan is a absolutely beautiful soul who recently inspired me to consider leaving America and moving to Canada. Although you're not from Canada, nor do you currently live there. Oh. Dan, we're just walking around the reservoir. Is this Dan? It might be someone else. I don't know who's in here. It's been fun to negotiate the balance of like talking to myself into my phone and talking to just random people whose memories I'm seeing in space-time as I walk around this lake totally alone, missing the human race. But it has been really fun to take these daily walks and just think about the people who pop into the room and hope that you guys say something back to me, because I am really starved for socializing, and I hope that we all don't just resort to trying to be entertainers of one another in this time when the only way we can connect is through our devices, which is basically pictures and short abstract quotes and memes. I want my real friends again. I want to just hang out with you guys. I want to just hang out on a day 3 times as warm as this one. Dang it, why am I in the Midwest? I just want to hang out again, guys, with friends, with people you don't know. Like, are we going to lose the ability to hang out with people that we don't know? That would suck. Worse than anything. What do you think? Do you think that you let new people into your life? Do you think that you're a person who lets new people into your life? And that that's been part of who you are as you have your, philosophical, intellectual pursuit through your life? Because I don't know what to believe right now, but I do know that no one trusts everyone anymore. And there's going to be a lot of different people with different levels and degrees and varieties of power who are going to start trying to tell us what to do for the pretty near future into the perhaps distant future. And that's one of the reasons that I think that... Hi! The weird lady. It's nice to see people exercising. I go at this pace because this is the one pace that I can go at. So, I know I was kind of ranting a little bit. I usually just presume that at this time of day there's going to be no one else around, but looky there. Other people who aren't watching through the internet because they're consenting are looking at what I'm doing in public, and I have no awareness of them at all because of the way that I've socialized myself to the virtual sphere. Dang, I am a casualty. Hi, Brian White. Hi, Chris Williams. Brian, what's good? Brian is our resident, actual science-y guy. Imagine if really the only people in your world were, the people who you did know. Do you know a doctor? Do you know someone who could fix your roof? Do you know someone who likes milk and goats? Me. What do you guys want to do in our little militia? We're all going to go and move to rural Nebraska. We're going to camp out in the middle of a billionaire's 40,000 acre tract that they will never see for their entire life. And that's where we're going to take siege. Unless anyone owns some land. No, but seriously, I'm talking about in your real life, like now. People in your neighborhood. The people that you could walk to if you didn't have gas. If you didn't have money. How well do you know those people and what they're good at? And how well can you tolerate each other? That's another big one. Yeah, I have never, okay, I really don't want to get, I say I don't want to get political, but yet like everything I say is like a little bit political, but I'm trying for it to be a new politic, okay? Anyway, these are really nice chats that I really appreciate. I like having them with all of you. And I hope that when you see me in the future and you see that I'm doing a live video, that you come and pay us a visit. Because we are walking at a human pace. See how I'm moving? This is something that I have believed ever since I have began being an art historian and witnessed people turning their experiences into something unhuman. Pace. A human pace is really important. And that's why I only talk to you guys when I'm walking. I will never talk to you sitting down. Because I like to be action oriented. And actually, if you tuned in yesterday, there was a point when I was walking when I successfully accidentally tied my shoelaces together as I was walking because of the little plastic things on the ends. And no one was playing a trick on me but me. Yeah, sometimes I think maybe I am my own worst enemy. What do you think, guys? Have you been using the quarantine as a way to make excuses for why you aren't doing what you said you were going to be doing during this time instead? Or are you seeing your quarantine experience as the opportunity to invent something totally new and take a new stake in the way that you interface with your world and the people that are in it? Yeah. Because we can't presume that anyone we know is still being helpful in society unless they tell us. And at least half of us right now are just sitting back and trying to make recipes out of beans. I made a recipe yesterday that was all from cans. This is my new resume for the bomb shelter. I gotta figure out where I can get hired to be a maid in a billionaire bomb shelter. So if any of you guys know, let me know. I'm proposing that we start a new utopian society, but I'm going to be the one mole in the other society. The one made of billionaires. I'll report back to you, though. Okay? If we're talking about post-apocalyptic times, reporting back might be tough. It might be tough. I don't know if we can depend on our cellular devices for that much longer. Yeah. This is why socialism is important. See, if we all voted on it, we could be like, you know what, government? We're not going to go back to work until you start paying our phone bills. It really just takes systematically deciding not to use, at a broad scale, deciding not to use certain things, and then voting to or taking them over by force for free. Build your militia skills. Remember to do your pull-ups every day. Sit-ups. Medicine balls are good. Not medicine balls. Yoga balls are good. Yeah. It's a fun one to have around. This has been a very interesting excursion with all of you. I don't know what one person is left in here. There's only one person watching this right now. See, and it's really just me and you, whoever you are. Yeah. Although this is always the time in my walk when I'm like, do I want to post what I just made? Or do I want it to exist only in its place and time for the people who showed up there to participate in it? Good thing I can keep myself occupied by asking myself all these really tricky questions. Hi, Dan. Dan, the song you wrote was really good. You guys should follow Dan and listen to his music. Okay, it's getting really cold. My hands are now both freezing off, but it's perfect timing. I can't hold my phone anymore because it's too cold. But start watching from the beginning, or maybe not. And maybe send me a message and tell me how you're doing. Okay? Bye!